stand here at NAMM 2012. It's Sunday, the last day, and there's a bunch of crazy stuff down here in the dungeon.
Oh yeah.
And this is where it's all at, right? I'm here with Ben from Visionary Instruments and NAMM, who's going to be demonstrating some of this incredible guitar work that you have here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, the company, and
Sure.
what you're doing here?
Well, Visionary Instruments, we make custom guitars for rock stars and people who want to be rock stars. This right here is a mandolin that we did with MIDI controls on board, and we've really taken it about as far as we can. We've got fiber optic fret lights that let you know the positioning. You've got all kinds of MIDI faders and sliders that'll let you access sounds. And the idea is that you connect your mandolin straight to your computer. There are so many virtual amps and effects that you can use and utilize, and we found that a lot of guitar companies and the big guitar companies aren't offering instruments that allow you to access this technology. So right from on board here, you can go to a gig with this mandolin and your laptop, and that's pretty much all you need.
Effects, no nothing. Everything is on board and on the computer.
Okay, so that's just a little bit of a shift, getting used to getting away from pedals.
Getting away from hardware and moving into a more modular environment.
Awesome, which makes sense because you could get virtual anything almost nowadays.
Well, now in the days of hardware, you had one knob that had one feature, whereas with a MIDI system, you can assign any knob to any feature, and you can actually just change that out as you like. So if you get tired of your own presets, just write some new ones. It's pretty self-explanatory when you see it start to work. We've got a bunch of faders. We've got a MIDI 5-way switch. We've got preset selectors up in the upper top there. And we've got accelerometers in the neck, so that just shaking the instrument around will output MIDI data. That's really nice for controlling filters in an intuitive way.
Basically, we assigned few delay elements into the knobs on board. So we have feedback, rate, on and off here, and then here another volume kill. And then you can have.
And is that muting the audio, or is that muting through MIDI?
It's muting the audio, isn't it?
MIDI.
Oh, the MIDI.
So it's a digital switch that's done onto your computer.
So there's no clicking
as well. No, you don't hear the clicking. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. And that's all through, in this demonstration, it's all through Ableton.
Currently we're using Ableton and Max MSP.
Yeah. And what's the second one?
Max MSP?
Max MSP, okay.
So check it out. Now we just got the feedback all the way up, and we have the rate here. We can play in between. So you can just record anything, basically. And then you can tweak it out. And you can play also with the accelerometer. Changes color from.
I don't know how to do that. Hey guys, they're asking you to turn down.
Yeah, please.
Down, guys.
So it turns down from. There's a neck pickup, which is actually a sustainiac pickup. It's basically a built-in EBO. Okay. So when you pull this knob, basically you have eternal sustain, which is an amazing feature, I think.
Yeah, the technology here is called the sustainiac pickup. It's made by Alan Hoover. He's a great guy. It's taking the signal from the bridge pickup and feeding it back into an oscillating magnet in the neck pickup. So basically when you pluck a string, that neck pickup is keeping the string vibrating. It'll go on pretty much until the power goes out.
Crazy. All right. So I had a couple more questions about. So does someone send you a guitar and you mod it, or how does that work?
I mean, there's a bunch of pieces. Like these are custom guitars that I've built. These are one-off pieces for different guitarists who have a different design. This started as a napkin drawing at a diner. I extract that into a 3D model, and so it's done up in the computer. We spin it around, we see what it looks like, and we'll change a few things here and there. We talk about electronics, come up with some pricing info, put things together, and in the end, you get highly customized instruments.
Awesome. Now, do you build guitars from the ground up as well?
Everything here is completely from scratch. I do all the woodwork, most of the circuit design, the painting, everything that we've integrated into these instruments. As you can see, we do MIDI controlling. I've got the video guitar, which is something I came out with last year. It's been really big. I'm working for mostly touring bands who are out there. Billy Idol and Steve Stevens just took that on. We're working on some more. So it's all custom guitars all the time. This video guitar here is a guitar I call the Television. It's a Telecaster style guitar, and we've got a video screen on the front that's doing some sort of a Zakk Wylde pattern right now. This guitar was designed to play as simple as possible, as easy to use for touring bands. You pick it up and you think you've just got a regular Telecaster in your hand. Of course, everyone in the audience is seeing something totally different. You can load in your own content. It's got a USB access, so you can connect it to your computer and drag and drop in video.
So no live TV. We're not going to get the game today.
I was going to get the Pats on. I thought that would be great. Unfortunately, we don't have the signal down here, but you can switch the video. I've got a pedal box there. It goes right in with your pedal boards. You can pop in different content you want. Otherwise, you've got a volume, tone switch, and a 5-way selector. The lights up here change color to let you know what pickup you're using.
Now, I have a crazy question.
Sure.
Could you put an iPad in one of these?
We're working on technology that'll give you more software that's running in there. And to be honest, I've built one already as a prototype, but I haven't totally perfected the design. Should be about a year away. So this guitar was, once we built the Television over there, of course the next step was to make it as far as a TV. I did this more of an art guitar, a collector's piece. The basic idea was to replicate a vintage television. We've got the antenna, we've got old style knobs. This one works as your volume control. The contrast here is your...
So this is fully playable?
Oh yeah, just like the Television. It's a fully playable guitar. It's really the look and the aesthetic. This is a custom one-off that I've done. A lot of extra work went into this. If you click the channel change knob, you can actually switch up what you've got on. There's a little clip of The Simpsons. We can go through here. That's a Hot for Teacher video. So you load in whatever content that you like. There's Ghostbusters. So it's working just like a regular TV. I custom machined the switch there, so it clicks when you give it a turn, just like an old vintage TV. And then it goes to 13, not 11.
Awesome. So old TVs, send them to you. You'll take all the parts off. And
I definitely destroyed a TV in the making of this TV. There was one TV harmed in the production of
What is coming up for Visionary Instruments here?
Well, we're definitely working a lot more on the software side of things. And the idea is basically to give this guitar even more functionality. So, while touring bands actually don't need that, they just want stuff that they can plug in right away. Most of you guys at home would love having, like I've got ideas to do built-in tuners, different iPad effects, things like that. My dream is actually to have your entire guitar rig loaded right onto the guitar. So you can go to a gig and plug right into the PA system. You really shouldn't need anything more than that. All the technology is here.
We already saw a lot of that with the mandolin, right?
Right.
I mean, software. So right now, laptop and your guitar.
Absolutely.
So my final question is, are we going to see this in any retail store, any of your products in retail stores? Are you developing anything for retail, or are you strictly a custom shop?
At the moment, I really am strictly a custom shop. I do guitar artwork, as you can see. I mean, we've got some pretty crazy designs. This is another one that I did. Wireless powered, Arduino microcontrolled. It runs a whole bunch of different settings. I would love to get some of my designs into stores. I think particularly the Television is ripe for a production run. We're looking to get some investments, maybe a Kickstarter kind of thing, so we can ramp that up to the production. And then maybe the price will come down too.
Awesome. So go to Kickstarter and make sure you look for Ben. Thank you very much.
Next up, we talk to Nicholas of FieldTune, the makers of the Rhizome SXE and the coming Rhizome LE, a cool, unique workstation that you have to check out. That's next in Part C.